Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back with our money making series where we find tracks that give us good points, credits, to be able to buy cars. So today we are going to be heading over to France. We are going to the let's make sure we can say this. It's I think it's they actually had it as the Van de Cour du Monde racetrack, I think. So it's a 30-minute race. So it's not laps. It's actually going to be almost like a timed type thing. So 550,000 credits, but you have the potential of over 800,000 if you have no crashes, a clean race. So the car we're using, which was recommended, was the Aston Martin DP100 VGT. It is a power restricted track to 700. So I have the racing hard tires, and I pretty much did not do anything else. Everything else is completely stock. I don't think I bought this. I think this was natural with the car. Yes, it was, because I just bought the car. All right, 30 minutes, of course, because of power, you're limited. One thing to make note, there is rain. So you'll have to choose whether you want your intermediate or wet. I did a race on the intermediate and it seemed to be fine. I'm gonna make a change to the power right off the bat. So I'm gonna set my power to 2 right off the bat. The first lap was kind of touchy on if I was going to make it to that first pit stop. So I'll make this change. We have got a lot of power versus these other cars, and we will make up a lot of time. So the big thing is not to run out of fuel because it's so long around this track. So this will help us get us to that first pit stop. At the first pit stop, that's when we got to go to the intermediate tires. And we're just going to catch everybody. Gotta run a clean race. So don't want to hit anybody. Take it a little bit careful passing these cars. I'll have to switch back through and kind of keep checking on everything, both for fuel and the rain, because that will definitely come pretty quickly. Good. I'm not too concerned with pushing too much right off the bat. As you can see how quick, even at a power of 2, how far we're getting. And this is definitely going to be, it's 30 minutes. So it's not the number of laps. One thing I didn't try that I just thought of was just changing my power straight down to 5. That way So I think what we'll do is after this first pit stop, we're going to move our power to 5. And we're going to keep it at 5. And that will let us stay out the longest. We don't want to get intermingle with these guys too much and end up hitting somebody. So I'm being kind of careful, except when I do that, and then I went out into sand. There are penalties that can be assessed depending upon where you go off the track. So there's no shortcuts, nothing like that you can take. I don't believe there's any penalties for hitting other cars, but you do lose your clean race bonus. So you want to keep that in mind. We're still doing good. We're still keeping up with them, even though we're at a power of 2. Gotta keep an eye. So if you watch the skies, right now you can see there's a little bit of clouds and a lot of blue sky. It will start to cloudy over. And that's how you can kind of know that you're getting close to the rain. Sharp corner here, left, right. Full gas, front stretch. Still doing good. Second place. Hard corner here. Back over hard corner. Happy with where we're at. Hopefully that's not a penalty. It's possible. Flat out now. This whole way. Take a look at our fuel. So we have 1.6 laps of fuel. So that tells me we finished this one. We should have one more after this. So at the end of lap 3, beginning of lap 4. Oh boy. I hit the curb. We're fine. We're fine. Whew. There is damage, if you notice, on the lower left near my tires. You can get damage, and I can feel it pulling me to the left. But we're still doing good. We're pulling away from them. And like I said, when we get done here, what my plan is to go immediately to a power of 5. And I'm curious if we have enough fuel to stay out the entire rest of the way, or if we have to pit one more time. In my testing, the intermediates were wearing out. The rain did seem to be getting a little bit worse, but it seemed like it was going to be a fuel problem more than anything, but we'll see. Good. Pretty close to being done with the next lap. 7 seconds on second place. I'm going to start taking a little bit more easier. Not pushing it. We don't want to go off the track. Should still have our clean race bonus going. This would be where you were getting, if you were going to have penalties, you would have to start serving your penalty. still pulling away. Couple of twisty corners. Okay, as you can see, we're starting to get that fuel warning. This is a kind of a test, being at a 2. If I think we're going to be in real trouble, I could drop it down to a 3. I'm gonna guess that we're gonna be okay. We're still doing good. They're pitting. I don't want to pit right now because it's still not raining. And anybody that pits now is gonna have to come back in and put on intermediate or rain tires. So you don't want that. So this type of race has definitely got a lot of money to it, but you're doing a lot more work than some of the other tracks that we've had. Okay, long backstretch. So I believe right here, we'll see it should start getting to where we start losing our blue sky. Because coming up here, we should end up at the end of this lap, we need to go with our intermediate tires. Big thing is just going to be our fuel. Hopefully I plan that out with that power of 2. And then if you notice up top, you see our checkered flag. It tells us how long we've got left in our race. So what I don't know, this is my first time doing a timed race. Does it end at the end of the timer? Or does the timer end and then you finish that lap? So this is a new thing for me because I have not finished a race like this. So we're gonna get to see what it does together. You might already know if you've done tracks like this. Oh, 1/3 done. I do not know our fuel situation yet. Two-tenths of a lap. So I gotta be super, super careful. So that power, I'm going to leave it at a power of 2 because I definitely want to see if we're going to make it on that power of 2. Because it may have to be a power of 3 when you do your racing. Because we're coming up to the pits right now. Okay, we're coming up to the pits right now. And we are out of fuel. Okay, so that tells us we're going to lose a little bit of time. We need to be at a power of 3 next time. And that's fine. So we go with the intermediates. Very, very long pit. Regardless if you've got fuel or not on this, it was amazing how long these pit stops take. When we come out of this pit, we're going to go full power of 5. It's going to take us a little while. Okay. Okay. Actually, power of 6. So I'm going straight to a power of 6. What my goal will be, hopefully that's not a penalty, is will this last us the whole way? So we put the intermediates on because we had to pit. Now, I don't know if we would have went with a higher power off the start. Could we have made one more lap before the rain hit? That would be another test to do. Okay, race is coming up, halfway done. First place has 7 seconds on us. But we have a lot of speed on them. So I'm not too worried on that. I'm not going to worry about right now. It could be another penalty. What I'm concerned on is that rain. There it is. So the rain is on the way. That is going to be a very good test. Adjust your power and finish lap 4 and then put your tires on. That is probably a much better situation. Cross that one too. Hopefully no penalty on that one as well. Still see blue skies. Should be changing here pretty quickly. And there's first place, right in front of us. I am still concerned on fuel. It may take us doing another pit stop. So we've done a full lap. Still looking, that rain is still a ways out. So we're going to do a full lap on these intermediates, which is not good. If you look at them, how much red we have, it's because they're overheating. And if you don't know, wet and intermediate tires need the rain to cool them off or they burn themselves up. So that's kind of what we're running into right now is the overheating. So it may be another test race. I may come out with a 2.0 version of this that has a better strategy than what we've got right now. I mean, we are gonna get first place. Barring anything happens, we're doing really good. But definitely racing this whole way on these intermediates is not good for me. Alright, slow corner. Cut it fast. Still looking for that rain to really be coming down. So, did he pit? Did I miss it? I think he did go in the pits. Because we're in first place. There's the rain. Straight up north. Looks like. So we may have taken the intermediate tires a little too soon. We're heading right towards that rain. Still doing good. We're still pulling away. Only 10 minutes to go. I think we're going to have to pit one more time. Even at a power of 6, I don't think we're not going to last 10 minutes. It's 4 minutes a lap. That's at least 2 laps. We do... Oh, I wasn't looking down at my... I was looking down, trying to figure out how much power. 9-second penalty while looking down and trying to look at the fuel. Well, that's interesting. Very interesting. There's the rain. So the rain is probably, yeah, look at it. It's we're getting ready that we're gonna have to serve our 9.5-second penalty. For me, looking down. There's our rain. Alright, I'm going to switch it over to fuel. So we've got 2 laps. 8 minutes. But we're going to try it. We're going to see what happens. Since it's raining, we're naturally going to go slower in a lot of part of the tracks because it's raining and you have to go slower. Another one is do you leave your power up and leave it at power of 1 and come in for that first pit stop for only fuel and no tires and gun it hard and then change to the intermediates? That would be another option to do. So at 1.9, there's the pit. 7.5 minutes. And we're stretching it greatly on fuel. I don't know if I can... So I run into a disadvantage using the controller over pedals because you use a lot more fuel flooring it than if you just kind of use some throttle. So I may have to start trying to remember to give it power here and there, because I think we're gonna need to save a little bit to make this happen. We're gonna definitely give it a try. I'm gonna switch back over to make sure I don't go off the track. I'm gonna assume it's crossing the start-finish line at the end of the timer, is what I'm guessing. So we need to make these next 2 laps. Still have the intermediate tires on, and they are weighted. The rain must be random, because the last race that I did, we had a ton of rain, and we got, for the most part, nothing on this one. And these intermediates are just horrible right now. And we're not on that long backstretch. Yeah, there's no rain. And I'm more concerned when we get ready to go here is the fuel. I'm not as really worried as much on gas. So coming up on 4 minutes. It's 4 minutes and 31 seconds a lap, so we're fine. We know, I mean, unless it's 1 lap extra after the timer runs out. Now that would be bad. Oh, overshot that. Oh, that was bad. Part of that has got to do with these tires. These tires are completely worn out. So this last lap is going to be very, very touchy. And I don't think, unless they're pitting, there's no way I can pit for tires. I'm just going to have to really start to be careful. Oh, I can feel it. That back end is really starting to come around. I just don't think I can pit for... Yeah, he's right here too. I'm gonna pit for tires. It's the only thing I can do. He's passing me. So we're gonna pit for just a little bit of fuel and tires. Yep, he's gonna do the same thing. Okay. I forgot. Gotta go super slow. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go with hard tires and just a tad bit of fuel. We're going to go a half a tank of fuel, power of 1, and just all out race. Hopefully everybody else pits behind us. If somebody does not pit, I don't think we can catch them. stop. It's already 30 seconds. Oh, first place. He did not pit. Oh boy. There's a couple people that did not pit. Okay, we're up to a power of 1. We have fresh tires. Doesn't tell us how far we're behind first place, but we're going to give it a shot. Okay, here's our power. This is where we catch everybody. Fine on fuel. The big question is can we catch everybody? Oh, I went over. Going over. No, forget penalized. Yep. 3.5 second penalty. The big question now is can we get him 4 seconds in front of us, catch him, and still keep the lead? So at the end of this, it really doesn't matter how you did it. You just need to be first because it's the money. So it's not. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be a nail biter. Okay, so we're into first place, but we do have a 3.5 second penalty we're going to have to serve. So I've got to get some time on him. This is really just my first true attempt at this. Okay, we're getting ready to have to serve our penalty. Got a lot of time. Okay, here comes our 3.5 seconds. Luckily, they don't completely stop you to where you're not moving at all. That's the key thing. So, first attempt at this track. We've done really, really good as figuring this out. I don't know if any of you have raced this, but if you have, leave some comments on what you've done. It would be interesting to see if you guys have done some different stuff to win at this. So our next thing is going to be, did we get a clean race? If we don't get that clean race, that is a lot of money you're losing, and you really have to have that, or it kind of defeats this track where you could race at a lot of other tracks. Okay, there it is. 550,000. Let's see if we get our clean race. So 32 minutes. So there we are. 1.12 million. That is 2.2 million an hour. And if you speed up just a little bit to where you're doing your 30 seconds, 2.2 mil an hour. That is incredible. That is the highest we have done so far on any track. Well, there we go. 2.2 million per hour credits. Pretty awesome. A lot more work on that track, but definitely not too bad. All right. Any comments? Please leave them below. Definitely like to hear from you guys on what you think of this track, how we're doing on the channel. If you could, you get a chance, please like the video. I pretty much appreciate it. And that will do it for this on our money making series. And I will see if we can find another track that actually has even more than the 2.2 million. That would be pretty awesome. And I really appreciate you guys watching. Have a good one, and we will see you on the next one.